Members of the family, we are gathered here today to execute the final wishes of the deceased.
The lawyer looked around the room and cleared his throat. According to the final page of Mr. Harold Bennett's will, the family estate does not belong to his children. Silence filled the room. His eldest son laughed. His youngest daughter smirked. His greedy nephew leaned back with a confident smile. Then the lawyer continued. It belongs to Emma. Everyone turned toward the young woman quietly serving coffee in the corner, the family's housekeeper. No one noticed the cup slipping from her trembling hands, because no one in that room knew the secret Harold had protected for 25 years. And when the truth finally came out, the Bennett family would never be the same again. For years, Emma had lived inside the Bennett mansion. She cleaned the floors, cooked the meals, watered the flowers. She arrived before sunrise and often left long after everyone had gone to bed. To the family, she was invisible. The children rarely spoke to her unless they wanted something. The nephew mocked her old clothes. Even guests assumed she didn't belong in the same room. Only Harold treated her differently. Every morning he greeted her by name. He asked how she was feeling. Sometimes he invited her to play chess in the garden. His children thought it was strange, but Harold never explained why. Instead, he simply smiled. Kindness costs nothing, he would say. When Harold passed away at 82, the family gathered, expecting to divide an enormous fortune: the mansion, luxury cars, company shares, land worth millions. Each of them had already imagined what they would buy. No one expected a surprise, especially not Emma. She sat quietly near the back of the room, only because Harold had requested she attend. Then came the announcement. The lawyer opened an envelope marked, "Read this only if my family is present." Everyone leaned forward. Harold's recorded voice filled the room. If you're hearing this, I'm gone. I hope my family remembers that wealth is a responsibility, not a reward. But judging by how you've treated each other, and one person in particular, I'm afraid you've forgotten what truly matters. Confused glances spread across the room. Harold continued. The greatest treasure I leave behind isn't money, it's the truth. The lawyer unfolded another document. 25 years ago, my daughter, Sarah, gave birth to a baby girl. The room froze. Sarah had died in a car accident shortly after giving birth. The baby had supposedly died as well. At least, that's what everyone believed. Harold's voice returned. She didn't die. Gasps echoed across the room. I secretly placed her with trusted friends to protect her. There were people in this family who cared more about my fortune than my granddaughter's safety. The nephew's smile disappeared. Emma stood frozen. Her breathing grew heavier. Then Harold spoke the words that changed everything. Emma, you are Sarah's daughter. You are my granddaughter. Tears streamed down Emma's face. The room erupted. This is impossible. She's lying. There must be a mistake. But the lawyer calmly placed several documents on the table. Birth certificates, DNA results, medical records, photographs, everything matched. Emma wasn't the housekeeper. She was the rightful heir. The same people who had treated her like a servant had unknowingly spent years insulting the true owner of the estate. Harold had one final message. I watched from a distance. I wanted to know who loved people and who loved money. My children failed, but Emma never did. Even without knowing who she really was, she chose kindness every single day. That is why I trust her with everything I built. The room fell silent. No one could argue. Days later, Emma officially inherited the estate, but she didn't celebrate with expensive parties. She restored the old gardens Harold loved. She increased the salaries of every employee. She paid college tuition for the gardener's children. She created scholarships in Sarah's memory. As for the relatives, they received exactly what Harold had promised them. Nothing beyond a small personal allowance. For the first time in their lives, they had to earn their own success. Some left in anger. Others finally realized how greed had destroyed their family. Months later, Emma walked through the mansion where she had once quietly cleaned every room. Nothing about her kindness had changed. She still greeted every employee by name. She still helped in the kitchen when someone was overwhelmed. She still smiled at the gardeners every morning. One afternoon, she found Harold's favorite chessboard waiting in the garden. Beside it was a handwritten note he had prepared years earlier. It read, "A true inheritance is never measured by what you receive, but by what you choose to become after receiving it." Emma smiled through her tears. She looked up at the sky and whispered, "Thank you,
Thank you, Grandpa.
And in that moment, she understood that the hidden inheritance had never been just the fortune. It was the love, trust, and values that had been waiting for her all along.